Hello, folks. This is Mark Stinson, uh, Texas licensed auctioneer, owner of AMS Auction Barn. And I'd like to give you another reminder about our upcoming event. We're having an auction on June 22nd, and it's at Community Christ Church on Vance Jackson here in San Antonio. The doors open at 11, so you can come in and look at the items, and we'll start the auction around noon. Uh, and we will go till 6 o'clock or until everything is sold. And I'd like to remind you about this. We're having a drawing. My wife, she collects Murano glass, and she donated one of her glass purses. This is Murano made in Italy, and she donated that. We're going to have a drawing, so one lucky person's going to win this Murano purse, and they do have value. You can look them up on the internet, and you will probably see a picture of that purse on the internet, and they will give you value. So, and they make all kinds of things. They make figurines and candy and glass candy and bowls and vases and just all kinds of items. And I'd also like to share with you today that we also make little rag dolls, and my wife and I, we really love doing fundraisers. So we decided to make these little rag dolls. I've probably given them at least 40 of them away. The little girls, they just love them. And so we make these little rag dolls, and we're just going to sell them for fundraisers only. And I have three that blonde hair, brown hair, and a black haired little girl, and they'll all come with a book. And the book tells about the story of the dolls, and what they're for, and it gives some different things, like kids, for kids to color in there. And it kind of helps get the kids to donate and do little something to help raise funds for something. And it helps them to learn to give. And I the story about these rag dolls, they're called the Princess Little Rag Sisters. And what it is I have three sisters, and so I named them after my sisters, and Joy, Eva, and Melody. And so that's their name. And we really want to sell them for fundraising and that. That's our favorite, because we like to give to the community. And to us, we started this business so that we could mainly give to the community. We give back to the community in many ways. We give back to the community by people who want to get a little extra income each month. They can bring us items, and we'll consign to sell them for them, and we'll sell them all and cut them a check. We usually sell it all in one day, one auction, and then we cut them a check, and that gives them a little extra income. Also, people, they're saving up for things, and things that they would like to buy. So it helps them save up for things. Or if they like, we have this gal, she's one of our clients, and she's traveled all over the world, and she's in her 80s, and she's got all these items, and all of her children are out they have their own lives, and they don't want her items, so she just wants to us to sell her items, and then she's going to use that money, for things that she needs, or because she has places she rents, and all the people that she rents to her renters have been with her for many, many years, and they're all elderly as well. And some of them don't have vehicles and stuff. So she takes them around and to their doctor's appointments and that, and gets their prescriptions filled for them, takes them to the uh, gets her prescription filled. So it just gives her a little extra gas money. She doesn't charge them or anything, and it just gives them a little extra gas money to do those things. And so whatever fills her heart fills ours, and that's the way we like it. And so I'd like to also talk to you about the auction. Um, the auction is really fun and exciting because we are live auctions. It's not like you're sitting in your living room and you are bidding on things on your laptop, and you don't know who's bidding against you. You don't know if it's a computer generated bid, or you don't know what. When you come to our live auction, you see who you bid against and everything, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's pretty exciting. So I hope you come in, and it's a join us. And it's a family event. Everything's free. It's free to get in. It's free to participate. The only thing that costs you is the items that you buy, and then the crowd controls the amount of what you pay for it, because we do absolute auctions, which is where there's no set amount to start the auction at. So I could start any item at $1 and or $2 and go from there. And if a person sees an item that they really like, and they say, well, I'm only going to pay I'd only pay $7 for that. And so they would bid up to their $7, and hopefully they win the bid. If someone wants it more than they do, they might go up to 8. And so if you don't want them to have it for that extra dollar, and you don't mind spending an extra, dollar over your amount, then you know what, you bid again, and that's what makes it fun. And so it's a new shopping experience. So if you've gone through all the shopping experiences, you go to the stores and you go to the like Walmart, and you walk around. Well, you have to pay what they have on there, and you go to the flea markets. The My wife and I, we love going to the flea markets. We don't usually buy too much, but we like to look, and we know a lot of people who have booths at flea markets, and sometimes they give us items to sell so that they can rotate their items, and so they're not the people that come there aren't looking at the same old thing all the time, and it gives them new items. They'll come and they'll sell our items with us, and they'll come and buy more items to put in their booths. So everybody wins. And another way that we help the community is, especially as our fundraisers, and we really like to reach out to the churches and do fundraising, and we also do estate sales. If you have a home that you want to sell, and it's all full of items that you don't want, and you just call me up, and I'll come there, and we'll estimate all your items. And we don't have our building yet, so what I can do is we'll advertise it We don't charge for advertising. We do all of our own advertising. Uh, and like like we do it here on YouTube, and we do it on Twitter and Instagram. And we also we make flyers, and we take them flyers all over the place and hand them out. And we don't charge for that. Even though advertising is pretty expensive, that's just our way of giving back to our clients. And and if you become a regular client, we'll give you, if you want to bring stuff, to items to have in the auction, and make money extra every month, we'll give you a regular number. And what it is it's a lot number. And the lot number is what your items are in. So if, like, for instance, our first client, her lot number is 1. So, and all of her items are in lot 1. And uh, she knows that, and we categorize it and everything. And then so when we sell all of our items in lot 1, uh, we call her up and tell her that we've sold everything, and that she's going to be getting a check soon. It usually takes 4 days because we do take credit cards and debit cards as well as cash, and it takes about 4 days for the credit cards to go through, and getting the business account. And so in 4 days, we will cut them a check, and usually we'll go and hand deliver that check. And when we hand deliver that check to or to our client, um, we um, we have a folder, and the folder has all the items listed that's on their contract, because we sign a contract. And so there's everything's on the up and up. uh, we don't have nothing to hide. And so you have all the items that's on your contract, that you had in lot 1 or whatever lot you have. And we give you the actual sale ticket, because we have a clerk, and during the auction, each item that's sold goes on a ticket. And then the customer that bought that item gets a ticket, we get a ticket, and then our client gets a ticket, and it has the amount, and the ticket has the item on there, the description. So each person who has items in our auction, when they're sold, they will get all the tickets, and they will know exactly what their item sold for. And so they could add it up, and I take 25% um, of the total sale. And I collect all the sales tax. By law, I have to collect the sales tax. So I collect and remit the sales tax. So our clients don't have to worry about nothing. They don't have to categorize nothing. They don't have to write nothing down. All they have to do is tell me what they want to sell. And so uh, they'll have all these tickets, and they can add them up and take 25% out, and that'll be exactly what their check is. So they can check and make sure that it's correct if they wanted to. So everything's a face value. We don't have nothing to hide. And the if you want to have a fundraiser, you don't have to be a nonprofit to have a fundraiser. If you have uh, there's many things that you can do to raise funds, but auction is we raise a lot of money. We can raise a lot of money doing fundraisers, and we usually do a lot better than people who have yard sales uh, to raise funds. For one thing, here in Texas, you have to buy a permit, and the permit is $15. Now, the permit's not the it's not too bad. $15 ain't too bad for a permit, and it lasts 2 days. But if you're sitting out for, you have to sit out there in your garage or in your yard, and for 2 days. And for 2 days, if you only sell one or two items and you only make, $10, $12, you're still out some money there because you had to spend $15. If you make a little more, that's okay. If you made $20, then you've really only made $5. But if you bring it to us, you're not paying a thing. So and you get 25, you're going to get 75%. Okay. We usually sell everything in one day. So that's one of the reasons why we do a little better than yard sales and that. So there's other things that I like to talk to you about as far as the auction is concerned. That they're just so much fun and exciting, and we really enjoy meeting the folks. You get to meet a lot of people, and you make a lot of friends. And people come to the auction. It's a family event, and they will come there every weekend because it's so fun. When we get our building, we're going to have auctions every weekend. But right now we are renting places from churches, and we're having our auctions there. And of course, anybody's invited to attend. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you come and enjoy. And we're going to do something a little exciting this time. We're going to start doing it from now on. And I'm not going to tell you, it's going to be a surprise. So if you come, you will see that it's going to be a lot of fun, and we've got an extra surprise. And we're going to do that every auction we have. And this coming auction, we're going to record our auctions. And we're going to post some of the recordings, some of the videos in our auction, so that you can see a little better what the auction is all about if you've never been to one. And it's addicting. It's like, going to the flea market and stuff. It gets pretty addicting, but it's fun. And you do meet a lot of people. And I just want to, and you can call me if you have any questions. My number is 210-995-5649. That's 210-995-5649. And we're here in San Antonio. So, anybody around San Antonio, you're more than welcome. Anybody in Texas or anybody in the U.S., as far as that's concerned, if you're coming here to Texas on vacation and you've never been to an auction and you wanna come and get some Texas memorabilia, we have that stuff sometimes. So you just never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to find. So they're a lot of fun. And my email address is relic, RELICK 1956 @gmail.com. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or email me, and I'll get with you as soon as I can. And I'll try to answer all your questions as best as I can. And but we sure hope to see you there. Once again, the auction is at Community Christ Church on 11910 Vance Jackson, and it's close to Huebner. And we're going to open the doors at 11 o'clock, and you can come and see our items. And we're going to start the auction We're going to start the bidding about 12 o'clock, and then we're going to run till 6 o'clock unless if all the items are gone. We have a few more extra clients that we have gotten in the last few weeks, so we're going to have probably about 600 items this time. So we sure hope you come and enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell, because if you subscribe and hit that little bell, we can send you newsletters of items we have and when the next auction is. And you'll be able to get notifications when we're going live again, so you can watch and learn more about the next auction coming up. We do have another auction coming up. It's a fundraiser, and but I really don't want to talk about that right now because we have this auction coming up first, and I really wanted to talk to you about this one that on June 22nd. So when we get done with this June 22nd, I'll show you some video of the auction and see how much fun people are having, and just so you can understand the auction process. And and then after that, we'll talk about the fundraiser that we have coming up, and it's really going to be exciting. So I hope to see you there, and stay in tune, stay in touch, because and watch for us, because we're going to be doing probably a live stream every week until our auction date, so that we can. We're going to showcase more items that we have, and show you more things that we've got. We've got so many items, and they're really nice items. We have uh, gently used items, and we have brand new items. So we want to show you some of the items all the way up until the auction date, and I sure hope you join us. So stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell. And thank you very much.